Hello, I'm Cosmic Jack. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about Pisces because we are entering Pisces season on February 18th, and Pisces season is going to be epic. We of course have the North Node here, so we have really been initiated on this kind of Pisces evolution and journey that we're going to be going on for the next 18 months, for the past month or so. And we, of course, have Neptune here. Neptune has been here a while, but Neptune is wrapping out its cycle in Pisces. It will enter Aries this year, which is a big deal. Saturn also wrapping up its transit through Pisces. It will enter Aries this year. So this Pisces season is very important. We also will have Mars stationing direct, Venus stationing retrograde, Mercury stationing retrograde, and we of course will have eclipse season. So Pisces season, it did not come to fuck around this year. It is like, learn your goddamn lesson already. And Saturn too, I wanted to say this about Saturn and Pisces. Like, Saturn is now at 20 degrees of Pisces. And when Saturn enters the third decan of a sign, it takes 3 years to move through a sign. We have been working with and moving through lessons, because Saturn is your lessons, it is your karma, it is your fears, it is your mastery, it is your success. So when you move through the lessons in your fears, you achieve the success. So now is the time we're actually meant to be reaping the rewards of Saturn and Pisces. So if you can rewind to March 2023, and see what was initiated, what was started back then. That was also, of course, when Pluto entered Aquarius for the first time. And that was also when Mars was wrapping up its retrograde through Gemini. And what do we know? We have Pluto in Aquarius for good now. Mars is wrapping up its retrograde. Saturn is like, all right, now is time to get down to business and really receive the success and the accolades and the achievements of Pisces, which is manifestation, it's divinity, it's love, it's spirituality. It's everything that you could ever desire is Pisces, and it represents the zodiac coming to fruition. And so what have you mastered these last 2 years? Because now is a time where you really get to see the fruits of your labor, because that is just how Saturn operates. And Saturn means business. So if things start to get like worse, quote unquote worse, in the Pisces part of your chart, it's because we haven't been heeding the lessons of Daddy Saturn, right? I have a Saturn and Pisces masterclass on my YouTube. You can search for it. It's a fucking epic masterclass if you want to know more about those energies. But I really wanted to talk about Pisces energies because this is really what we're here to master. Like, Saturn's wanting us to master it, the North Node's wanting us to master it, Neptune's wanting us to master it. And Pisces has the power and the potential to be the most evolved sign, which really is, it's meant to be the most powerful manifestor on the planet because Pisces can connect to the other side, and it also represents bringing things to full fruition here on Earth, right? It's the last sign of the zodiac, so it has all of the wisdom, all the potential, all of the blessings of the signs before it, but it also has the shadows, which is why we so often don't necessarily see enlightened Pisces if they are ungrounded, or if they're in their wounding, if they're in their victimization, confirmation if they're not in their bodies. So, and if they haven't moved through karma. And one of the things that I'll say about Pisces, and really with what we're learning now with the South Node in Virgo, North Node in Pisces, this is the axis of your body. It's the axis of your health and wellness. Your body teaches you the most about the spiritual experience. And so if things are manifesting physically, it means there's an energetic root. And so pay attention to your body. Your body is your environment. It is quite literally what you're vibrating at is what you get in the 3D world. So what does your 3D world tell you your body is vibrating at? And the South Node in Virgo, North Node in Pisces is actually helping us transmute and transcend our family karma and the environment of our body. Because if you think about it, like, your DNA, what's passed down from your lineage, is in your body, right? Your genes, your genetics, all of that sort of stuff. So of course, karma is passed down, right? one of my first spiritual mentors told me the most spiritual thing you can do sometimes is just heal your root chakra, because that is like you are then passing on safety and abundance to your ancestry, which if you have safety in your body, then you can actually, your healing can just 10x a lot quicker and a lot faster, which is why Pisces a lot of times aren't actually manifesting like and living on the frequency of magic as they should be, because they're actually disconnected from their bodies. And your body is the last step in the spirit, like is the last way spirit tries to get your attention, basically. Because if it's in, if it's with work, it's with your relationships, it's with your children, you can ignore it. But when it manifests physically in your body, you can't ignore it. And so if things are happening physically with your body, spirit's been screaming at you, basically. And what I'll say too is the most enlightened souls and light workers often have karma with their bodies, because it's actually the fastest way to ascend. And so I've had a journey with my fucking body. It's taught me so much about the spiritual experience and what I've had to heal. And so now we're basically collectively going through this with the North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo. And so we have to heal things at an energetic root and an energetic level. Again, if it manifests physically, there is an energetic root. And so your body, like, what is your body telling you? I'm going to tell you, I've been dealing with some things physically the last few weeks, basically since I created the feminine frequency container. Spirit was like, all right, well, you actually have to clear these things out so that you can hold space for this container and this transformation and this transition. You got to go for it first. You got to be initiated. I've been dealing with a lot of things physically. And it's funny too, like, this is so Pisces, and it's going to sound bougie, but like, I broke my toe last week on a yacht because I was like running to get in the hot tub. We were taking a picture. There was like basically this like big hot tub on the back of the boat, and I was like running to get in for this picture, and I literally, like, my foot like slipped in the bath or in the hot tub, and it like jammed up against the side, and my big toe has like been black and blue since. And that's so Pisces, because Pisces rules the feet, and your toes rule the future. And so like when you're not looking down at your feet, you forget about your feet, you're missing things, right? And your feet are you're meant to be grounded, right? Pisces is meant to be the most grounded. It represents specifically to the bottom of your feet, like planting your feet on the soil of the earth and looking up to the stars, looking up to the heavens. Since as humans, we always do, like, what it means to be human is to look to the stars for guidance, right? That is an innate and ingrained part of being a human. Like, we always have looked to the stars for guidance, right? Before we all looking down at our smartphones, we would look up at night. That's how we would talk to our ancestors. That's how we talk to spirit. This is what I do every night in my balcony. I go outside and I sit and I connect, right? It's been profound, actually, for my intuition. If you just take that time every night to go out and connect, it is magical. And like, I literally solve my own problems, the world's problems, like just sitting outside at night, connecting, right? But what happens when you're not grounded, like I was running, I was in a rush, is you miss, right? Your manifestations can't land. And so that is really why, like, the zodiac and Pisces, it's the whole cycle of starting. It starts with the head and it moves all the way to the feet. And so if you actually look at like, there's so many just different depictions of the body and the zodiac, because they all, and I have a class about this too, but it teaches you so much. Astrology teaches you so much about the body and the ailments of the body and how to work with the body to heal. And what I actually was talking about this last week, I was speaking at an event, and I was like, if you actually just want to master manifestation, you can actually just learn the zodiac, and the zodiac will teach you exactly how to manifest and be a powerful creator, because it literally represents the full life cycle from birth to life to death to rebirth. And that death and rebirth is what is represented by Pisces. And so this Pisces season, there is a big freaking rebirth, right? You are getting reborn at this Pisces season. And in order to be reborn, you actually have to move through emotion. You actually have to face and confront the things that you're avoiding. Pisces are masters avoiders. They're master dissociates. They're master they love to wallow in their emotions, right? They love to escape through drugs, music, alcohol, a long bath. They're master escapists, right? But like when you're doing that, that's a form of being ungrounded, right? And this is why Pisces can be so tricky, because I'm just going to run through some of the shadow energies, and a lot of them are wounded feminine energies and qualities, right? When you're playing victim, when you're overly emotional, when you're an escapist, when you're disassociative, when you're needy, right? When you're like disillusioned, when you're like, I call it like kind of like drowny and needy energy. That is all wounded Pisces. Whereas empowered Pisces is like, think of like the ethereal mystical creatures, right? Like the mermaids, the fairies. Like, it's very divine feminine. It is trusting. It is safe in the unknown, right? It is magical. It is ethereal. It is romantic. It is divine love. It is literally like the highest frequency possible, right? And so if magic and miracles aren't like your normal, and synchronicities aren't your everyday life, you have to raise your vibration and heal the wounded feminine energy contained within Pisces. And the way that you do that is you move through the emotion. Emotions are actually the key to quantum leap. And, you know, Virgo was helping us clean up our environments, in South Node of Virgo, I should say, cleaning up our environments, cleaning up our bodies, and really like purifying where we hold density. Because like I said, like if you want to become more intuitive, more spiritual, you actually like have to raise your vibration. That's just like the fastest way. And like, it's funny too, because like let's just call them your ancestors can't meet you on your 3D frequency. They can only meet you on your 5D frequency. And so if you want to become more intuitive and more connected, you actually have to go to the 5D, right? And what happens though when people, it's like very like Pisces, it's like they only live on the 5D, or there's like the Virgo that only lives in the 3D. And so this North Node, Pisces, South Node, and Virgo is actually teaching us how to move between and juggle between the 3D and the 5D. So it's like we're going into the 5D, right? Our feet are planted, we're rooted, we're looking up to the sky, to the ethers for wisdom, and then we get the clarity, right? We get the intuitive downloads, and then Virgo, we go out and we implement and we take action and we make it happen. And so it's really just this process of mastering that, right? Connecting and then doing, and then connecting and resting and relaxing and creating and being and playing, and then got the download. Okay, I go take action and I improve things, and I serve, and I take this magic and I act it out, right? And so that's really what we're learning how to master, which is so fun. But you also have to clear out your anxiousness, your stress, your overthinking, your controlling things, because those, like, when you're trying to control, it's because you don't feel safe and you don't trust. Do you think mermaids and fairies don't feel safe and they don't trust? Like, absolutely not. They're like frolicking in the forest creating fucking magic. They're like shooting out glitter and light and literally like just creating magic with their fucking fingers, right? When you're the source of your fucking magic, you don't gotta worry about shit, right? Like, if I could explain to people like what happens to me within a day, the magic and the synchronicities and like the way that spirit makes me laugh every fucking day, and the way that like I will just cry because of the synchronicities like on a fucking daily basis, it's because I've mastered this fucking process, right? I've cleared out my emotional and energetic blocks, and I've raised my vibration so that I'm always in a constant fucking dance with spirit, and we're always communicating all day long. And life is like a goddamn moving prayer, and it's full of flow and magic and manifestations and synchronicities, right? And so you have to actually heal that trust wound, that abandonment wound with the masculine, so that you can descend back into your body and feel safe to be connected and safe in the unknown, right? A mermaid is safe at sea because she can fucking swim, and she can call upon Prince Eric or whoever the fuck she needs, her little critter friend, Sebastian Flounder, to help her out, right? Like, she has everything that she needs, right? She is a resourceful fucking queen. She is a magical. Everyone will go to heaven and earth and help to support her, right? Because that is the energy of divine feminine. The masculine shows up to support you and take care of you. But if you don't trust that that support and that receivership can happen, then you got to work through that, because that is the block of the South Node in Virgo. Have you ever met a Virgo? They all cling to control. That's why all Virgos have tummy issues. Right? Because they don't trust the release. And to live in Pisces energy, the opposite, that's why the medicine for Virgo is Pisces, because Pisces is comfortable in the surrender, right? Because Pisces is the miracle frequency, right? So it's like, why would I try and control the miracle? That's like cock blocking God, right? I always tell Virgos, I'm like, write down a list. And I actually got this from a Mercury in Virgo. Write down a list of everything that is your job, and then write down a list of everything that's God's job. And then you only literally have to worry about what's on your side of the fucking list. And then surrender it over to God to execute. Because I promise you, God is a lot more creative and a lot more magical and a lot more powerful than you, right? They can do things on the other side that we're not even capable of conceiving or perceiving from our 3D lens here on Earth, right? And so when you try and control the magic, you only are allowing magic in through this one tube, when there's magic and miracles everywhere, right? It's like only fixating on one star when there's like a whole fucking galaxy. That's what happens when you are too in the Virgo. You got to lean into the Pisces and trust in positive outcomes, and really surrender the need to control or the need to know. Because what's the point? What's the point of knowing the exact day, the exact time that you're gonna meet your person, that you're gonna get married? Like, what fucking fun is that? Right? And here's the other thing too that I will say. This is what us as humans do. Let's say you're gonna meet your partner, your love of your life, May 14th of this year. Your little 3D self is gonna fuck it up, because you're gonna try and control the synchronicity of it, right? And so that's also why Spirit doesn't tell us. If we knew the exact day, we would be like, all right, I gotta fucking get in the best shape of my life. I've gotta look perfect. I've gotta do like this exact thing. I gotta have this together and this, and it's like, that's still controlling the outcome, right? Or you would do something to get yourself out of alignment with it. And so God's actually doing you a favor to not tell you exactly when it's going to come in, because then you would mess up the divine alignment and the synchronicity of it, right? The most important thing you can do to align with your life partner is make yourself fucking happy, because the joy and magic and miracles, that's when it happens, right? Why do you always meet someone when you're happy? Hello? Because that is a magnetic frequency. So your really only job is to just make yourself happy, focus on raising your vibration to be in alignment with it, and healing your ancestral-ish that's stored within your body, that is blocking your magnetism and blocking your love, your heart, right? And so, this fucking Pisces season is not gonna fuck around. Like, it's gonna be major, but it's gonna be magical. Because you have to surrender your wounded feminine, controlling, perfectionistic, materialistic tendencies, right? I don't know why I said materialistic, but it's like anything that's not in alignment with divine feminine energy has to go. And one of the things I think too that I'm really passionate about explaining to women is you actually just need to like reconcile that self-trust and that self-love with yourself, because in order to actually be in the divine feminine, you have to have trust with your inner masculine. And so if you're still letting people into your life and into your reality that like don't see and value you, confirmation, right? If you're still putting yourself in situations your body tells you is a no, if you're still doing behaviors you really intuitively know you shouldn't be doing, if you know, you're still dating that guy that you know is a no. It's like all of these things are blocking your magic, right? If you're still entertaining that one friend who is a complete cockblock and is a complete drain on your energy and just like literally like emotionally dumps on you and is keeping you from being your most vibrant self, you got to actually use your inner masculine. And if you're still people pleasing and you're still operating from codependent patterns and you don't feel safe in your body and you're ungrounded and you run anxious and you run stress and, you know, you really can disassociate at times, it's because you actually need to ground in your masculine. And you need to develop that trust with your masculine that no matter what, like, I got you and I'm going to take care of you. And because what happens when I get clients to implement boundaries is their inner child and their inner light just immediately turns on. Like, you don't have to do shit to your feminine. Your feminine will literally like just fucking fully exude and explode out as soon as you anchor in your masculine, because she feels safe to. And you've spent so much time in wounded Pisces energy manipulating and controlling your divine masculine, and that just shit has got to go. It's got to go. See ya. Right? Because it's keeping you from your magic. Like when I say life is so fucking fun and playful and pleasureful and magical, and the synchronicities and the signs and the things, like when you have that connection to the other side, like literally just miracles is your way of life. You know what I mean? Manifestation is your way of life. Like I can give you 100 examples of things that like literally have just happened in the last month, of like how spirit just meets me in my ask, right? And that's the relationship that you get to develop with the other side when you cleanse and you heal all your bullshit. And it's a lot of the stuff isn't even your fault. It's just stuff that you've literally inherited through your ancestry and through your DNA. And so now you get to clear it so that you can be super high frequency, and then manifestations find you. Things are drawn to you. And because you're magnetic, right? Like literally this week, I probably had like 10 new girlfriends come in. Like literally I had like 6 different women introduce themselves to me at the gym. I had dinner with like 2 different sets of girlfriends. Like I would literally, like this is like, I'm just gonna give you some examples. I asked to go on a yacht, I went on a yacht. I asked to go to a heat game, went to a heat game. Asked for new clients, got new clients. Opportunities and speaking gigs and invitations came to me, right? People are seeking me out. I'm literally just like existing in the world and things are finding me. I was literally on my way to dinner and I was like, I'm gonna celebrate. I was like talking to my grandpa. On the other side, which is what happens when you raise your vibration, you can just connect, right? That's what Pisces teaches us. And I was like, Papa, I want champagne. I like deserve it. I want to celebrate like all of the stuff that I've moved through this week. I'm not even joking. Within 60 seconds of sitting down to that dinner, champagne glass was in my fucking hand, right? Because I just ask and I receive, right? There's that Abraham book called Ask and It Is Given. Like that's what gets to happen when you clear out your shit. It's literally that fucking fast. But the thing is, people have so much energetic emotion and dense energy, which I have a whole YouTube on how to clear out your energy field to anchor in the divine feminine. You scroll back, clearing out the emotion. It's because you hold energetic charge around receiving. And receiving is your most natural state as a woman. We receive with our bodies. We create with our bodies. Hello. So if receiving and creating, which is kind of now what I'm calling manifestation, I'm just receiving things and I'm creating them and I trust that they happen, right? Manifest, it actually comes from manu, was a Latin word for hands, right? To make real. That's what manifest means. It's to make it happen with your hands. Your hands, which Gemini teaches us, are they're connected to our hearts, which are connected to the other side. Right? And so Gemini actually teaches us how to work with our higher selves, right? To make manifest. So I just have to go take action with my hands and make it happen, right? I just had to go stick my hand out, make the ask, stick my hand out, go to the restaurant, made manifest, right? And so what I say, the Zodiac will teach you exactly how to manifest everything that you want. It's true. That's why this is why we shake hands when we meet people, because our hands, our palms are extensions of our heart. That's why they nailed Jesus to the cross through his fucking hands, right? Like, because they hold so much fucking power. They're literally connected to source. They're connected to light. That's why we have healing hands. That's why we heal with like Reiki or any sort of like energetic healing. We heal with our fucking hands because it is our connection to the other side, right? So if you are not open palm fucking receiving, it's because your connection is distorted, because you have dense emotions and things that you need to move through and you need to clear. And manifestation literally gets to be your fucking way of life. Receiving and creating gets to be your way of life when you clear out your own bullshit and you heal your trust wounds, you have boundaries, and you literally just open your fucking heart. I'm so passionate about this because life just gets to be so freaking fun and magical. And it literally is just like life just gets to be a blessing. Like it really, really does. And how do I want to say this? Like, you should be receiving 100 times more than what you're receiving right now. When, like, there is no limit. Like, the limit does not exist for how much you can receive. So if you're not receiving, it is because your energetic body is holding resistance, is holding emotion, is holding energy, is holding trauma. That is like basically like holding your vibration down. Like, so picture like a cork, like you're shoving your cork down to the bottom, but when you release this resistance and you stop pushing it, the cork just naturally bobs to the top, right? Because that's your body. Your body is naturally buoyant. It naturally has a high vibration, right? So the stuff that you're holding on to, your behaviors that you inherited, your patterns, all that stuff is literally like shoving down your cork, so that you can't actually just naturally receive. And so to do this, you actually just got to do the healing work to raise your vibration. That's what we're doing. I mean, that's what fucking Pluto and Aquarius is doing. It's like you actually have no choice but to be your authentic self now. And when you're authentic, that is so magnetic. And it's like we actually just have to like stop into like the God's eye view and into our creator roles, because that is what God is intended. God is the creator, right? And when you act like the creator and you live like the creator and you're giving and you're generous and you're trusting and you're whole and you're magical, Pisces, everything that you want, you can literally just create miracles on earth, the miracle frequency. So if you want support doing this, it's going to be a wild ride this Pisces season. This is what we're doing inside of the feminine frequency. I'm hosting this with my dear friend Jack. She's a powerful 7D, a high energy clearer. She has helped me descend back into my body to be in my fucking power. It's literally just the shortcut to fucking healing all this bullshit. And it's gonna be fast, it's gonna be intense, it's gonna be transformative. Jack and I's asses have been kicked actually as a creation of this, because we've had to get fucking in alignment and our energy bodies cleared so that we can hold space for the transformation. It's going to be that freaking epic. I pulled some cards, so I'm going to share with you some of the cards. It's like we have the Six of Wands, we have the Empress, and we have the Three of Wands. So did I say the Six of Wands? Maybe I did. The Six of Wands is not the energy of the Six of Swords. But it's like we actually have to leave behind the obsessive stress, the worry, the control, the past, right? Find fucking calmer shores in the divine feminine, right? It's like all of your magic is waiting for you on the other side of you releasing whatever is holding you back. Because on the other side is everything that you want after you firm up your fucking boundaries and you're direct and you're focused and you're clear and you're like, Spirit, this is what I want. This is where I'm going. I'm deciding. Let's go. King of Swords, he's like, right? Everything that you want. The love, the manifestation, the traveling of the world, literally everything is everything that you want is on the other side. It's going to require a death though, right? To be reborn. And that takes bravery and courage and trust to die to old parts of yourself. And the thing is, when you're changing, you actually like have to know how the cycle of change works so that you don't go back to your old patterns, because when you change, your subconscious goes on high alert because it's ready to fucking sabotage you to keep you in the comfort zone. And so you, inside of the feminine frequency, I'm going to teach you actually how to break through those like root chakra tendencies to really anchor in abundance, love, power, change, all of that good stuff. Because your ego kicks up when change is happening, because your ego lives in the root chakra. Your ego's role is to try and keep you safe. But you have to accustom your environment and your body to what you want, not where you have. You already know what you have. You already live where you are. You already know what exists there. And you know how you feel with it. And you're not fully fucking happy and you're not fully fucking satisfied. So just attune yourself to fucking more, right? Attune yourself to receive fucking more. Like, you fucking deserve it. Your heart's gonna be fucking exploding with love and abundance and just happiness and fulfillment. And you just gotta listen, you know? It's fun. We have the listen card, we have the fresh start card, and we have the receive card. This is exactly what we're doing inside of the feminine frequency. It's like, listen to the nudge, listen to what your intuition is telling you, welcome the fucking fresh start so that you can receive all of the things that you want. Like, you can receive more than you ever fucking thought possible. There is no limit for what you can ask for. There is no limit for what you can receive. We as humans are the ones who cockblock our blessings. And so this container is getting the human out of the way, getting your past, getting your trauma, getting your ancestry, DNA, lineage bullshit out of the way, so that you receiving can be your natural state and your natural frequency. And that's what happens when you align with the divine feminine frequency. I'm calling it the Ferrari frequency. And what happens when you also enter into a space with divine feminine women who see you and support you is like, it also 10x's your change, it 10x's your evolution, and you can just fucking rise, because being seen in your power is literally so life affirming and life changing, and it really just gives you that full fucking permission slip to fucking rise, and you feel so supported, you feel so taken care of, you feel so good in that journey and the evolution to rise into that divine feminine, where then that just gets to be your new reality, like the energy of creating and receiving. And you get to actually like live life more, I don't want to say passively, but in more of a flow state. You don't have to work as hard, you don't have to try as hard, you don't have to overexert, you don't have to to-do list your fucking divine feminine to death. You don't have to be in relationships that don't fucking feel good, right? Your body just transforms, your beauty code turns online, your power comes on, your intuition is fucking next level, you're always connected to the other side, so you always feel guided, you always have clarity, you always know exactly what to do, and you feel fucking good, and it's amazing, and life just gets to be so powerful and so magical, and I want that for you. And life just gets to be easy. You just get to flow and play and attune to your own pleasures while you rest and you receive the magic. So sending you so much love. Happy Pisces season. I'll post the information for the feminine frequency inside. We start on the 18th, which is no coincidence. It is the first day of Pisces season, because this is the magic we're creating inside of that space. So I'll see you inside, and yeah, have a good Pisces season. Bye.